Welcome to day 11 of my 30-day security challenge. It's a month-long challenge I created to help you gain control of your privacy and security online. You can follow along with the security challenge via my blog at snubsy.com, where you can skip ahead or download the checklist of the challenge. Each of these videos will also be curated into a playlist, so it'll be super easy to follow along from day 1 all the way through 30. Today, let's chat about using privacy-conscious smartphone apps, because yes, that is a thing. Outside of the settings that we previously talked about, there are also third-party applications you can download from reputable sources to better protect yourself when using the interwebs out and about from your smartphone. So I'm going to list a few categories of applications you can consider upgrading to and whether or not these will fit your needs with respect to consumer convenience. So let's go ahead and start with messaging apps. These days there are a ton of apps that you can choose from to text people. Some of them only work well in certain countries while others work well across borders, depending on the data costs. Since I live in the US, I'm going to stick with what I know best. That's cross-platform messaging apps that can replace your texting app easily. And my favorite is Signal for secure SMS messaging. Secure messaging means that your text messages can't be read by a third party, even the company that made the app. With Signal, you can send secure texts and attachments like photos, and it supports emojis as well. It also allows you to use an app passphrase, which means that you would have to type in this passphrase whenever you open the app. You can block screenshots, and you can even do encrypted calls. Disappearing messages will erase the conversation after 5 seconds or more, and it's also free, which is nice, and it's also open source. If the other person in a text convo also uses Signal, then the message is encrypted end to end. If not, then the messages are sent like standard text. Other secure messaging apps that you may want to try include WhatsApp and Telegram. With any secure messaging app that you choose, make sure that you opt into secure options and enable all privacy options that you have access to. Some applications do not encrypt text by default, so it's really important to double check your settings before assuming that everything is encrypted. Next up is a privacy-focused browser app. Now, I use Brave browser every day on my Android device. It is free, and it has a built-in ad block, and it's fast, and it blocks trackers as well. It also has built-in HTTPS everywhere and several other privacy options in the settings. When I downloaded Brave, I went into my Android settings to make Brave my default browser, so it automatically opens whenever I click a link. But again, make sure to use that good internet hygiene we talked about whenever you click links. Other options are popular as well, including Firefox Focus, Ghostery Privacy Browser, and Orbot, just to name a few. Find the one that you like and you will find yourself dealing with less ads and faster load times. To be honest, I have not noticed any kind of headaches when I switch to a new browser from Chrome. It's unobtrusive and it's super easy. Next up is a mobile VPN option. Now, while setting up your own VPN on your own server can be a hassle if you are unfamiliar with the terms, you can easily use a third-party VPN provider instead. Now, I'll go into more detail on VPNs pretty soon with their pros and cons and setting them up cross-platform in a few days, but for now, I will just keep it simple. VPNs create a private tunnel from point A to point B for your traffic, with point A being your phone and point B being whatever website that you want to access, for example. If a VPN works the way that it should, then your traffic will be encrypted and not even the VPN provider should have access to any details of your traffic. Many VPN providers do not offer truthful services, so there's a lot of debate about which ones are the best. Even my own recommendations could one day be found guilty about lying about what data they collect. The problem is, as consumers, we don't really know. We rely on companies to be honest with us. No VPN will be as safe as you setting up your own if you know how to do it correctly. But since this series is all about convenience and security living harmoniously, I will discuss my favorites for consumers. Now, I use Private Internet Access VPN, or PIA VPN for short. It's not pretty, it's a little bit confusing upon first setup, but it offers technical settings that I require, and it comes at a low cost. Another one that I like is TunnelBear, which is very consumer friendly, but it is more expensive and they don't offer the same abundance of privacy settings. I also like TunnelBear because they are the first VPN to go through a public security audit, which I wish more consumer VPNs would do. The nice thing about both TunnelBear and PIA VPN is once you've got an account set up, you can make them automatically turn on anytime you turn on your phone, which is really cool, and they just work. And how do you get more people to secure their traffic? You just make it work. Now, pro tip, if you have created your own VPN, you can easily set it up yourself without the need of an app by going into your Android settings, network and internet, then VPN, and adding your own. Another option is to download OpenVPN Connect, which allows you to import .ovpn profiles and connect to your own VPN via the app. Those are the 3 big ones that I wanted to focus on today. Now, for the next few videos in this series, I'm going to be focusing strictly on password managers, 2-factor authentication, private cloud backups, and then eventually I'll go more in depth on VPNs. Now, day 11 is done, so tomorrow is all about those private cloud backups, but first, make sure to subscribe on YouTube and hit up snubzy.com for the downloadable checklist. Again, I'm Shannon Morris, and I will see you tomorrow for day 12.